Hello everybody. This week we are going to be having a look at a book, but I'm not going to tell you what it's called just yet. Before we do get started, I just want to remind you that at any point, if I ask a question and you haven't had enough time to answer it, then you can pause this video and have a chance to think before I give you an answer. Okay, so looking at this picture is the first page of the book that we are going to be looking at this week. Can anybody think about what this book could be about based on the picture? Okay, have a look very carefully. In this picture, we are shown that there are 4 children. Okay, it's quite a windy time because, as we can see, this boy's hair is moving. Okay, the sky shows us that it's probably evening time, early evening, and we've got a tent. Okay, have a little think about what could be happening inside that tent. Think about something that you may have seen before. And in the distance, we've got a fairground. So what do you think this could be about? Okay, so the book that we are going to look at this week is called Leon and the Place Between by Graham Baker Smith. Okay, so just doing a little bit more digging, being a bit more like detectives. Who do you think Leon might be? Okay, who are the other people that were in that picture with him, and why are they there? And how do you think they are feeling, and how do you know? Well, if we go back to that first page, okay, if we look at it, we look very carefully, you've also got a copy of this on the web page that you can have a look more clearly at. Okay, he looks quite puzzled, doesn't he? Doesn't really know what to expect. She's sort of cowering towards this other person here. Is she scared? Is she worried? Is she apprehensive? Okay, and if we think here, we look here at this guy, we look back. Okay, I'm guessing that could be Leon. Okay, so let's begin. I don't believe in magic, said Tom as he settled on the grass in the show tent. Around him, the crowd waited impatiently for something to happen. It's not real, hissed Pete. It's only tricks. Little Mo looked disappointed. Shh, now, Leon, whispered their brother Leon. It will be magic. You have to believe. Look, it's going to begin. The lanterns went out. In the darkness, the crowd fidgeted with excitement. There was a cough, a whisper, and then a loud hush. At last, a soft blue glow lit the stage, and the curtains twitched. With a ripple of gold braid, the curtains slowly parted. Bang! 3 jugglers tumbled onto the stage to the pounding beat of a drum. Skittles flew fast and furious, back and forth, up and over. Tambourines rattled loud and louder. Skittles spun high and higher. The jugglers twisted fast and faster. Then bang, the skittles went up. But they didn't come down. Everybody cheered and clapped. The jugglers bowed and bounced away. Once more, there was only darkness. Now one dim spotlight found a barrel organ, still and silent on the stage. Everyone held their breath. The handle began to turn, but there was no hand upon it. Note by note, the tinkling song of a carousel started to dance from the pipes. Up jumped a barrel organ monkey, all made of wood and tiny hinges. He beckoned the moon to light the mechanical toys. A red-eyed crocodile snapped at a running boy's heel. A ballerina turned on her pink satin shoe. Painted animals paraded into the ark, and a flying machine lurched through the air, up, up, and over the moon. And there's the music coming from the organ here. And obviously it's very important that the author created this image of the music coming up so we could see what was happening. It's hard to see music, isn't it? At last the barrel organ fell silent. No one stirred. For a moment, the tiny creaks of the mechanical toys cast their own spell. Then they slowed, jerked awkwardly, and were still. The solemn monkey took a stiff bow, and the curtains closed to loud applause. Now, said Leon, edging forward in the dark. Now it's going to happen. Outside the night owl hooted with a swish. The curtains opened. Okay, so there's a lot of vocabulary that's being used in here by the author, okay? And if we look back at the pages and the way that the text is presented, that's something in this book that is really quite significant, okay? If we go, I've picked out some vocabulary, some phrases for us to have a little look at. So if we look at that bit where it says, I don't believe in magic, Leon, okay? Straight away, the way that's written is the fact that magic and Leon are together in large capital letters. If we were to turn over that page, the first thing that we were to look at would be the magic and Leon, which would really stand out. So it would summarize what we were going to read. And then we would look closely at it to show that it was summarizing the fact that someone is expressing their opinion that they don't believe in magic. I particularly love this phrase here, a loud hush. The idea of something, a hush being loud, hush is obviously when someone's being quiet, but the fact that it's loud shows that the atmosphere must have been quite a loud atmosphere, as we would imagine in the circus. And all of a sudden, because everyone goes silent, it's a loud experience. Okay. So what I want you to do for your task this week is to look at the phrases that I have given you, and this document is saved on our website. And I want you to look at the phrases that the author has used in the story and explain what he means, okay? The crowd fidgeted with excitement. Let's have a little look at that for a minute, okay? So when we fidget, what does that mean? Okay, so when we're fidgeting, we can't keep still, we're moving around, aren't we? So the crowd fidgeted with excitement. So they've turned up at a tent, at a circus, okay? If any of you have been to a circus before, or maybe you've been to the cinema or a theatre to see something that you're really excited about, okay? And you're excited before you get there, and when you're sat in your seat, okay? Can't keep still, it's like got ants in your pants, isn't it? Okay? And the way that is being used is that they're showing us that the children who are sat there, the adults who are sat there in the audience, have got that much excitement that they literally cannot keep still. It's like they can't contain themselves. Okay. So I want you to go through and I want you to have a little look at all of the rest of those examples and think about explaining, what do the phrases actually mean? When you read that, what does it mean? Okay. And I will see you for our next session soon.